Hey guys, it's Mike White with 143. So today I'm going to make a class of 2024 wrestling image. So Carolyn has asked the group that I'm in if someone can help her make this into an SVG, and I'm going to attempt it. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is just right click and hit save image as and save it to my computer, which I've already done. Now I've just headed over to Photopea.com. Open from computer. Find that image and upload it. Now let's invert the image. So I'm going to go image, invert. And now let's increase the contrast. Image, contrast, let's just pump it up so it's a little blacker. All right. Now let's view the image pixel to pixel. And we see that it's a little fuzzy in some areas. So I'm just going to reduce the size. I'm going to take this down to about 800 pixels and let that resample. So it'll just be a little sharper. Okay, I'm ready to save it. I'm going to export it as PNG and hit save. So it's put the file in my downloads folder. So I'm popping over to Pixelcut. I want to get a slightly larger image. I mean, I know I scaled it down to get it sharper, but now I'm upscaling it via AI, hoping to get some more detail out of it. I'm going to try to click this 4x. It's not been letting me do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and download and dismiss this little pop-up. So now I've got rid of the original and just got my downloaded image. I'm going to actually do it one more time. Let's just upload it again. And that's a way to get around and get a 4x upscale, regardless of what they're allowing us to do. So I've downloaded again. I'm just going to delete the 2x upscale and just rename this one, just keeping things clean. So I'm going to pop back to Photopea and just open that file back up from my computer. All right, and then we're just going to do that same view pixel to pixel to look at the quality. And I see that I do have some issues. I need to make decisions at this point. Let's just get rid of this background. So I just grabbed my magic wand. I've got a tolerance of 80, and I just selected the background. And I'm really not worried about pulling the individual parts. I'm just worried about these fine detail areas. I'm a little bit worried about this inside part of these letters. So let's just chop this background off, and I'm just going to do that by hitting delete. And then all of this area on the inside, I know this is too messy for me to actually try to cut this. So I'm just going to try to select some of this manually. Clean it up. So let's get rid of that. I see all sorts of little problems that I want to clean up. So here's how we can fine tune it. I won't do too much of that because that can be really time consuming. But I am going to select this whole area. This is the part that I'm really worried about. This is going to look better if we just cut that, Control-Shift-V to paste it back on, and then do blending options and do a color overlay and just overlay black. And that actually just has kind of highlighted more of the problem. So let me just take my brush tool, and I'm zoomed way in now. I'm just going to paint on this layer. So we'll just brush tool, and we're just going to paint. So I'm just going to paint this in, on this, everywhere where I see a problem. I'm just going to fill it in. So I'm just cleaning all this up. And I'm just showing you the technique, and I'm not going to worry about getting things perfect because it'll just kind of slow down the video. just show you a little quick ways to tune things up. Alright, let's zoom out, Control minus. And I don't need this area down here, so I'm just increasing my brush size with the bracket keys. They're right above the enter keys. I'm making sure I select the right layer there. Okay, I'm just going to do image trim based on transparent. Okay. Ooh, that did not work the way I expected it to. I must have moved some of these over. Yes, I did. Let's bring all that back onto the stage. Okay, no problems there. Things aren't going exactly the way I wanted them to, but we're going to do layer, new layer. And we're going to drop white on this background. So I'm just switching this to white, and I'm going to paint white back on the background. All right, and then finally I'm just going to reduce the size just a little bit. It's 3200 pixels. I'm just going to take it back down to 1600. I only wanted that larger size to kind of play with it and work with it. And then we're going to export as PNG. And then we're going to save that. And there it is in our downloads folder. So we know it's the new one because it's got the hardened black area up there. So I'm just going to delete that one. Just kind of keeping things cleaned up. All right, now we're ready to go to Inkscape. Okay, and we're in Inkscape. I'm just going to drag this in and embed it. And then I'm going to go to Trace. I've got the standard settings, I believe, threshold, using brightness cutoff. And I'm just going to hit apply. And I'm going to go over here and delete this image. And we'll go see what it did. So it's not perfect around the inside of these letters. And that's where you can make a decision to either go in and clean these parts up by hand. Or you can actually go in and merge these so that there's no outline there. Kind of the same thing I did in Photopea up here with these words. But yeah, I think you're ready. All right, so to finish off the SVG, I'm just going to do Control-Shift-R. And it's finished. Thanks for watching.